When the power goes out in your home, first thing you do is look for candles and flashlights. Can't use your phone because you need to save as much power as you can. So you feel alone.
When a natural disaster hits, everybody's turning around and looking to the place that has been there through all of the natural disasters and all of the things happening in the community.
The effects of Sandy were completely unexpected, and communities in Brooklyn and the Bronx were traumatically affected. A lot of people lost power, a lot of people experienced extreme flooding, traffic lights go down, it's harder for people to get to hospitals.
Oh, the library is everything in this community. Sandy started for me at home. Almost 2 weeks we didn't have lights in my apartment. My phone service went down. We came back to work maybe 4 or 5 days later. It was just waterlogged books everywhere. It was just devastating. We saw the watermark on the windows, how high the water had gotten. It was almost at the top of the first window. The library had taken such a big hit. That was a sad day. At least 6 or 7 people were tugging on that door just trying to get in because they felt like the library is a safe haven.
The Volunteer Ambulance Corps has been here since 1979.
The ambulance is on the way, please.
In the late 70s, the community got together and created the Volunteer Ambulance Corps. During Sandy, when all of the electricity went down, they couldn't get the ambulance out. Our phones and our dispatch system is run electronically as well. Sandy really hit a lot of people. The minute there's a little bit of rain or a little bit of flooding, you have community PTSD. But if they know that no matter what, there's gonna be some place that they're gonna be able to go to, that's something great in itself.
When Sandy hit, there were a few solar installations in New York City, but no one was able to get power out of those solar installations because of the regulations of their connection. When the grid goes down, your solar goes down. Nobody can have power unless you're able to separate your building from the grid, and that's where batteries come into play. We had a building on the East River. The building had solar panels on the roof, and we used that as an asset for the community to be able to charge their phones, their tools, whatever they needed while their power was out. The solar panels on the roof were providing power to the batteries. The recovery model we had at the building was something that could be easily replicated at many other buildings in New York City. We took the opportunity to not only say we can do solar, we can also do batteries as a more sustainable, everlasting resource. SolarOne went through a process of working with the Governor's Office of Storm Recovery. Their funding has helped us research and develop methods to actually permit and deploy battery systems at different facilities. We've seen the real importance of batteries not only for resilience, but also in alleviating grid stress, reducing demand charges, doing a whole host of things that we weren't even thinking about back when Sandy hit, but batteries are the solution. We started thinking about essential community institutions like libraries, emergency response organizations, places like that where people naturally convene, have a really ingrained sense of trust and community already that they would then naturally want to go to during a power outage.
If we had this 10 years ago, I think that the public would have been able to still use the computers and access resources that they needed to fare through the storm.
We're better prepared now for the next disaster because we do have solar panels and batteries. We don't have to worry about losing any kind of communication devices. Our ambulance is able to then respond immediately.
We know that people are starting to use more electricity, electric stoves, AC units, but we need to invest more in building systems that are energy efficient and electrified. Solar and batteries are really expensive, but the cost of not acting is much higher. Community facilities can deploy batteries, and they can do it in a way that makes sense for them and their communities. We see this Resilient Solar project as a model to help other buildings and organizations prepare for a more climate-resilient future. Join us at resilientnyc.org.